when there's talent that can play, Division I basketball in the city of Richmond, we have to take a good hard look at those guys. It's always great when you can, find guys that can bring a local flair to your university. I think it's great for our fan base because they probably recognize them from them coming up the ranks in high school. I think obviously those guys have a impression of Richmond, with them growing up in the same town. And that impression is for us is so special because usually those guys end up being great.
Definitely being back home, being with my family. Like my first 2 years of college, I was halfway across the country, so to be able to come back home to Richmond and it being right close to home, it's definitely a big factor. I feel like that was one of the biggest factors of bringing me here.
I decided to be a Spider because it's where I was wanted the most, and it's already close to home, so I wanted to be around my parents, family, and I was already loved here, so it was good to stay. It plays with a lot of small guards, so that's why I was attracted to it, so it was really easy to pick up for me, especially when I first got here. It was kind of hard at first, but then learning the offense and trusting in coaches, so I've grown a lot.
Me and Jaden went to middle school together, so he was in 8th grade while I was in 6th grade, so I had the opportunity to play with him. Obviously his game has evolved since then, plenty. But it's just great having somebody on the team that you have had prior experience with and you can go to if you need advice or questions. And it's just great for the camaraderie of the team having Richmond guys here. I'd say I pride myself on my versatility. I feel like I can play the 1 through the 3, and I've always been a great ball handler. And then right now I'm just working on being able to make sure I can guard multiple positions and working on consistency from 3. And I think overall just that versatility is what will carry me forward and hopefully pay dividends.
Those are all guys that we kind of deemed as local guys. They were guys we targeted from early on in the recruiting process. I think all 3 of those guys specifically, their families could see the value of everything that is the University of Richmond, and then they could see themselves really flourishing in the style of play that we have here.
Just from the first day to now, like you could tell it's been a big jump from the team and how we've been able to come together and play better together, being able to put random 5s out there and being able to play good together just because everybody knows what's going on. And then also off the court as well, I feel like it's definitely came together very well. Just, the whole team, everybody's cool with each other, everybody's all laughs and smiles